Take a look at this problem. A coffee merchant combines coffee costing $6.10 per pound with coffee costing $2 per pound. How many pounds of each should be used to make 50 pounds of a blend costing $5.10 per pound? Rounded 2 decimal places if necessary. Okay. So our setup is we got our first plus our second gives us our blend, or total. Okay, since this first one, the $6.10 comes first, I'll put that here. So we're going to mix a $6.10 coffee with the $2 per pound coffee. And that's going to give us our blend, which is $5.10 per pound. Okay, our two quantities appear to be pounds and dollars. So we got pounds and dollars, pounds and dollars, pounds and dollars. Okay, so the first one is obviously this is 6.10 for the dollars. This one is $2. And this one will be $5.10. And how many pounds of each should be used to make 50 pounds of a blend? So they're telling us the blend is going to be 50 pounds. Now, we don't know how many pounds of each of these are. So what we do is we start off by putting X in one of them. And then the other one will be our total minus X. So this is going to be 50 minus X. Now the reason why is pretend like we have 10 pounds of this coffee. We don't, but let's pretend we have 10. If it has to add up to 50, well, then you think, well, how would I figure out these pounds? Well, if you take 50 minus 10, that'll give you 40, because 10 plus 40 gives us our 50 pounds. Now, since we really don't know what this is, we put an X here instead of the 10, and where this 10 is, we put an X. So that's why we got 50 minus X. Sometimes I do simple number examples like that just to wrap my mind around the setup. Okay, well, to begin with, in solving linear equations, you always get rid of parentheses. That's step one. So I got 6.1 times x, which is 6.1x. And over here I got the distributive property. I'll take 2 times 50, which gives us 100, and 2 times negative x, which gives us negative 2x. And then over here we got 5.1 times 50. So 5.1 times 50. And that gives us 255. Well, our note up at top in solving linear equations says at any step combine together like terms. 6.1x minus 2x gives us, not very good with decimals, but I think that's 4.1x plus 100 equals 255. Step 2, get rid of fractions. Don't have any. Step 3, get everything with an x on one side, numbers on the other side. When I say numbers, I'm talking about constant terms. So I'll take the 100 over to the right side. Now when you take anything across your equals, your sign changes. So the positive 100 becomes a negative 100. 255 minus 100 gives us 155. Last step. Divide both sides by the number in front of your x. So we'll divide both sides by 4.1. Then when we do that, these 4.1s cancel. And 155 divided by 4.1 gives us, and we want to round this to 2 decimal places. I wrote in the instructions. So this is 37.80 or 8. And this is X, so this would be the amount of $6.10 coffee. So this would be our answer for the $6.10 coffee. Now, since it has to add up to 50, if I do 50 minus 37.8, 50 minus 37.8, that gives us 12.2. If you're wondering, well, where does he get to 50 minus? Well, look at this, what this is. The $2 coffee is 50 minus X. And this is the $2 coffee, rounded 2 decimal places. Although these only go to 1. So those would be our 2 answers for this problem.